Archives of Prasar Bharati presents the timeless treasure of golden era.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium. On the 3rd of October, you witnessed a spectacular opening ceremony organized by the Organizing Committee of the Commonwealth Games Delhi.
Yes, we did. We witnessed a terrific opening ceremony.
It was an amalgamation
waiting for the
of the
closing
many
ceremony.
colours,
We
cultures,
warned you it's going to be more
and
informal
traditions of
and a
India.
great deal more fun.
And we are back here today.
Athletes
for
would have let their
another
hair down, no more
magnificent
competition,
event.
just enjoyment,
The last 11
and
days
take a whole lot of
have
wonderful
witnessed
memories back
greatness
home
in sport.
with
They
them to
have
the countries they've come
witnessed
from,
grit,
every corner of the world.
determination and courage.
बिल्कुल मंच तैयार है इस वक्त जवाहरलाल नेहरू स्टेडियम में और कुछ ही क्षणों में समापन समारोह का आगाज होने वाला है।
The grand finale, the closing ceremony of the Commonwealth Games Delhi 2010.
देवियों सज्जनों, 3 अक्टूबर को आयोजित शानदार रंगारंग उद्घाटन समारोह के बाद आप सभी का एक बार फिर से जवाहरलाल नेहरू स्टेडियम में स्वागत है। पिछले 11 दिन साक्षी रहे हैं खेलों में श्रेष्ठतम प्रदर्शन के। इस दौरान 2 विश्व कीर्तिमान और 100 राष्ट्रमंडल खेल कीर्तिमान ध्वस्त हुए और अब समय है ग्रैंड फिनाले का, राष्ट्रमंडल खेल दिल्ली 2010 के समापन समारोह का।
Ladies and gentlemen,
The official start now to the closing ceremony, and just a reminder that we have two world records and 100 Commonwealth Games records.
Commonwealth Games Delhi 2010 in welcoming the Honourable Michael Fennell, President.
Of course, the little bit of formality that is associated with the closing ceremony to now begin. Shri Kalmani welcomes the CGF Chief, Mike Fennell.
सुरेश कलमाडी अध्यक्ष आयोजन समिति के, उन्होंने स्वागत किया माइकल फेनल का जो अध्यक्ष हैं राष्ट्रमंडल संघ के।
He's become a very familiar face. He's been in India several times over the last few months, certainly the last few years as well. And he was re-elected a short while back as the chief of the Commonwealth Games Federation. He first became so in 1994 in Canada. So he's had a long stint at the top of the Commonwealth Games Federation.
और यूपी अध्यक्ष और कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी वीवीआईपी बॉक्स में पधार रही हैं। श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी ने राष्ट्रमंडल खेलों में काफी रुचि दिखाई और कई प्रतिस्पर्धाओं में उन्होंने स्टेडियम में जाकर उसका आनंद उठाया।
Well, Mrs. Gandhi, of course, must also be remembering the 1982 days when her husband was so deeply involved with the Asiad then, and now Prince Edward, the Earl of Wessex, the third son, fourth child of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. Of course, very closely involved with the Commonwealth Games movement, Prince Edward.
His Royal Highness Prince Edward, Earl of Wessex, महारानी एलिजाबेथ के तीसरे पुत्र और चौथी संतान हैं। श्रीलंका के राष्ट्रपति महामहिम महिंदा राजपक्ष वीवीआईपी बॉक्स में पधार रहे हैं, उनका स्वागत किया गया अपना स्थान ग्रहण करते हुए।
Sri Lanka getting 3 medals in the games. I'm sure their president would be happy, and the biggest roar reserved now for the Honourable Prime Minister. He walks in now. There we go, Dr. Manmohan Singh. What a popular figure. And hasn't he led the country well? We're all proud of you, Doctor. And wonderful to see you here, encouraging the world of sport and perhaps being a part of history as India now move on towards being a superpower in the world of sport.
और प्रधानमंत्री के आगमन के बाद अब आगमन हो रहा है माननीय उपराष्ट्रपति श्री हामिद अंसारी का।
Well, I think our front row is now fully occupied. Dr. and Mrs. Singh, here's the Honourable Vice President. elected in 2007. And now time for a very emotional moment, the national anthem of India.
भारतीय राष्ट्रगान के बाद तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट से गूंज रहा है जवाहरलाल नेहरू स्टेडियम और इसी के साथ काउंटडाउन शुरू। काउंटडाउन एक नए अध्याय की, एक नए इतिहास की। देवनागरी लिपि में काउंटडाउन और जोसलिन इसके साथ शुरू होता है भारत का एक नया अध्याय।
Yes, and we begin the closing ceremony of the 19th Commonwealth Games here at the third largest stadium in India, the
we
Jawaharlal
present a
Nehru
3,000-year-old legacy.
And right there in the
a
center,
showcase
that
of the martial arts
fantastic,
traditions
awesome
of India.
aerostat.
Agni, the glory
And we
of
now
sports.
have the glory of sports, Agni, which will be a tribute to India's sporting spirit. This segment
Gatka
will
and
feature the
Dhanpatra.
fiery and passionate traditions. And we're going to begin with the Kalari Payattu. And Kalari Payattu is possibly one of the oldest fighting systems in existence, practiced mostly in Kerala and Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. It includes strikes, kicks, grappling, weaponry and healing methods.
वदेवं गेहवक्षति अग्निना
the fiery and passionate tradition of India's martial arts,
Ladies and gentlemen,
which had the Naga
please
warriors, the
welcome
Tangta, the
armed
Gatka,
forces, military,
Silambam, Akhada,
pipes and drums
Dhanpata,
bands
and Talwar Ras.
various regiments and battalions.
And we now move on to the military martial music.
And Navy.
देवियों सज्जनों, कृपया स्वागत कीजिए सशस्त्र सेना बल और भारतीय थल सेना, वायु सेना और नौसेना के विभिन्न रेजिमेंट व बटालियंस के पाइप्स और ड्रम बैंड का।
form as well. Prime Minister and Mr. Singh. Sanjeev enjoyed that. The lights are back on. The crescendo.
present a tribute to our glorious country.
अब 2010
India.
कुल स्कूली बच्चे यहाँ मैदान में आ चुके हैं, जो रंगोली बनाने के बाद पेश करेंगे वंदे मातरम।
जन्मभूमि को प्रणाम। वंदे मातरम।
Brilliantly lit, the GLN Stadium, and a lovely rendition of Vande Mataram. Brilliant show, applauded by the Prime Minister. And of course the crowd here really into it. A riot of colour, wholly interspersed with Rangoli. National colours of India on display. The Ashok Chakra in the middle. So much symbolism. And haven't we all appreciated it deeply? Well done.
स्कूली बच्चों ने जो संख्या में कुल 2010 थे, रंगोली और वंदे मातरम से एक जादुई माहौल यहाँ पैदा किया.
Just to remind everybody, this Vande Mataram, which literally means I pay homage to my mother, was composed or written by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee in a mixture of Bengali and Sanskrit, and of course Rabindranath Tagore, who was just about everything. Poet, novelist, musician, painter, playwright, then sang and set a glorious tune to it. Very poignant moment. And now to Jocelyn Martin and Rajesh Tiwari.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the marshals of the Commonwealth Games Delhi 2010.
देवियों और सज्जनों, आप कृपया स्वागत करें राष्ट्रमंडल खेल दिल्ली 2010 के मार्शल्स का.
Clockwork precision. The 19th Commonwealth Games have been an absolute tremendous success. There you can see Mr. Mike Fennell, Mr. Suresh Karmari there. As Delhi opened up its arms to the just over 6,000 sportspersons who represent 71 nations. And these are the marshals, the volunteers. Mr. Sonia Gandhi, chairperson of UPA. And the 50,000 plus crowd here enjoying and loving every moment of this closing ceremony.
दर्शक काफी उत्साहित हैं. दूध या प्रकाश से जगमगा रहा है भारत का जवाहरलाल नेहरू स्टेडियम. ये वॉलंटियर्स हैं जिनके अथक प्रयास और परिश्रम के पश्चात अति विशिष्ट दीर्घा में गणमान्य राष्ट्र नायक मौजूद हैं हमारे पड़ोसी देश श्रीलंका के. और जोसलिन कहना पड़ेगा कि बिना वॉलंटियर्स के और उनके प्रयास के शायद भारत इतना अच्छा 19वें राष्ट्रमंडलीय खेलों का आयोजन नहीं कर पाता.
That's right. In fact, the volunteers have come in here to the Indian Railways. Their new ad, you know, that. Cover these games and bring these pictures live and exclusive to you. And there you can see on the top the aerostat with 20,000 cubic meters of helium. It is the largest aerostat that's ever been used in a closing ceremony, in entertainment, And here you have this pyrotechnics display from the top of the stadium.
भारत के लिए ये यादगार क्षण है। इतिहास के पन्नों में एक नया अध्याय जुड़ रहा है। भारत उभरा है इस सफल खेलों के आयोजन के पश्चात एक शक्ति के रूप में, जिसकी कार्यशैली और क्षमता की आज पूरा विश्व तारीफ कर रहा है।
And the very concept of the Commonwealth Games is to have a party, the coordination as they make these formations, flower formations here, the Wheel of Life, which is the logo of the Commonwealth Games.
बारह दिनों के इस खेलों के महाकुंभ में, जिसका कि आनंद अति विशिष्ट गणमान्य व्यक्तियों ने भी लिया साधारण दर्शकों के साथ, इस 12 दिनों के खेलों में जोसलिन कई यादगार क्षण हैं भारत के लिए। पहला मौका है कि भारत ने 100 के ऊपर पदक हासिल किए, जो कि अपने आप में एक नया कीर्तिमान।
That's right, and now we have the athletes parade, a tribute to the athletes of the Commonwealth, 71 nations, including the protectorates taking part in the 19th Commonwealth Games, as they come in as one big contingent. And this Commonwealth Games, with all the flags coming in together, signifies the bonds and friendships that have been formed during the Games.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the heroes of the Games. The
12 दिनों
athletes of
चलने
the
वाले इस
Commonwealth
खेलों में
Games Delhi 2010.
कुछ खिलाड़ियों ने कुछ नए रिकॉर्ड कायम किए तो कुछ पुराने रिकॉर्ड टूटे। कुछ खिलाड़ियों के लिए यादगार क्षण रहेंगे, जिसकी याद हमेशा ताजा रहेगी उनके दिलों में। तो कुछ निराश हुए, लेकिन जहां तक खेलों का सवाल, कहना पड़ेगा कि सही मायने में जीत हुई खेलों की।
And this is a tribute to the athletes of the Commonwealth nations as they come in here. Many of them gone back, but yes, with the flag bearers here, so many of them winning medals will take back cherished memories of New Delhi, of India, of this 19th Commonwealth Games. As they say, thanks to India, incredible into entertainment. It's really thanks to India. India has showcased to the world that it will, it can, and will always in the future produce one of the most fantastic games at the highest level for the international community to view, to enjoy, and to celebrate.
पंक्तियां याद आती हैं कि पर्वत कहता शीश उठाकर तुम भी ऊंचे बन जाओ। और ठीक इसी तरह 19वें राष्ट्रमंडलीय खेलों ने भारत के लिए न केवल उसका नाम रोशन किया, अपितु सही मायने में भारत ने खेलों के इतिहास में एक नया अध्याय जोड़ा है। जयपाल रेड्डी
और अब जोशीला स्वागत करें दिल्ली यूनाइटेड का इन स्वयंसेवियों का, जिनके समर्पण और अथक प्रयास से राष्ट्रमंडल खेल दिल्ली 2010 का सफल आयोजन संभव हो सका। एमिटी विश्वविद्यालय ने इन्हें प्रशिक्षण प्रदान किया। धन्यवाद
स्कॉटलैंड,
यूनाइटेड।
जैसा कि आप सभी जानते हैं 2014 में मेजबानी करेगा स्कॉटलैंड।
Yeah, that's it. The Scottish play officials are here as they to receive the flag as they hand over. Delhi hands over to Glasgow. That's a little later in the program. Here you see the athletes coming in so happy. They've really enjoyed every moment of this particular games. And the Rangoli that just across the entire field of play here, showcasing India's tricolour, the saffron, white and green. The countries have come in the alphabetic order, and really they just coming together as a party, unlike when you have a more formal setting at the opening ceremony. The Scottish athletes, and that's Gagan Narang there, did so very well with the pistol and shooting. The gold medals that he had, the silver. Rajaspaka, who's there, and Gagan Narang holding the Indian tricolour absolutely high, getting a fantastic applause. A man who has done India proud at the shooting arena as he holds India's flag right up there, and this speaks it all. I love India.
तो भारत की माटी में साइना नेहवाल आज स्वर्ण पदक जीता है उन्होंने भारत के लिए। सही मायने में भारत की माटी में, इस धरती में भारतीय खिलाड़ियों ने एक नया आयाम दिया है, एक नया अध्याय जुड़ा है, इतिहास का वो पन्ना जो भारत के लिए हमेशा यादगार रहेगा। पहली बार भारत ने 100 के ऊपर मेडल जीते और वो दूसरे स्थान पर।
That's right, and Indian contingent getting a huge welcome here. Really everyone celebrating not only India's fantastic performance, first time crossing more than 100 medals, 101, now placed at number 2 in the Commonwealth at this Commonwealth Games behind Australia. Mr. L.K. Advani, they're also enjoying every moment here at the closing ceremony. The Scottish players there, the Canadians coming in on the other side. England number 3, Canada number 4 in the medals ranking, and a man who would definitely be very proud, Mr. Suresh Kalmadi. And number 5 is South Africa, and then you have at number 5 and 6 from the African continent, South Africa and Kenya, and from Asia, number 7 and 8, Malaysia and Singapore. Scotland finishing up at number 10. So they would definitely look forward to improving their medal tally when they host the next Commonwealth Games, the 20th Commonwealth Games in 2014.
उत्साह और उमंग का वातावरण, उल्लास ही उल्लास है चारों तरफ।
These are the athletes who've taken part in the 17 sports, which include archery, aquatics, athletics, badminton, boxing, cycling, gymnastics, hockey, lawn bowls, netball, rugby 7, shooting, squash, table tennis, weightlifting and wrestling. And now these sports persons coming together. Just to remind you, in 2001, the Commonwealth Games movement adopted 3 values, which are humanity, equality and destiny, as the core values of the Commonwealth Games. And it is these values that inspire and connect thousands of people and signify the broad mandate for holding the Games within the Commonwealth.
ग्लासगो तैयार है 2014 के राष्ट्रमंडल खेलों के आयोजन के लिए। ये साइप्रस
Yeah, that's from the Mediterranean. And the Commonwealth Games have come a long way, in fact, from the 1913 Hamilton in Canada, where 11 countries sent in about 400 athletes to take part in 6 sports and 59 events. And over the years, this has really grown. And I'm sure in 2014, they're going to be more than the 6,000 who are here today in New Delhi.
ये विहंगम दृश्य दिल्ली के जवाहरलाल नेहरू स्टेडियम के हैं। ये विहंगम दृश्य आप देख रहे हैं दूरदर्शन पर। दूरदर्शन ने इस बार अथक मेहनत की। 400 के ऊपर कैमरास का उपयोग किया गया, जिसमें शामिल थे कई तरह के गैजेट्स, टेक्नोलॉजी और कोऑर्डिनेशन।
As the same with the music that's being played here at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium. And not only have you seen these athletes taking part here, but we've also had the elite athletes with disabilities who have competed in 15 events across 4 sports, namely athletics, swimming, powerlifting and table tennis. So with India hosting the 19th Commonwealth Games, India being the second Asian country after Malaysia, who hosted it in 1998. And in fact, it was in 1998 in Kuala Lumpur where team sports were first introduced to the Games. There you see Mike Fennell and the Vice Chairperson of the Commonwealth Games Federation. That was Prince Edward, the Earl of Essex. In fact, India has played a major role in the development of the Commonwealth Games over the years, especially from the time India got its independence in 1949. So the Commonwealth really evolved after 1949 with the independence of India. In fact, India wished to be part of the Commonwealth despite, becoming a republic, and that issue was resolved in 1949 at the conference of the Commonwealth ministers, where it concluded that sovereign nations could still take part in the Commonwealth. In 1950, just remember, India became a republic, and since then it has really grown and evolved. So India really played that pioneering role in getting the Commonwealth nations to take part, establishing themselves as independent republics. And here you can again see the Scottish players coming in with their kilts. And with that, India has not only established itself in 49, but today, from 49 moving on to 2010, today India has showcased to the Commonwealth, to the world, that yes, it has held very, very successfully a sporting event, an extravaganza at the highest level.
फुटबॉल के मैदान में इसे सभी जानते हैं, लेकिन आज जवाहरलाल नेहरू स्टेडियम में भी इसका उपयोग होता हुआ खिलाड़ियों का आना अनवरत है। 71 देशों ने 19वीं राष्ट्रमंडल खेलों में हिस्सा लिया। भारत मेजबानी कर रहा था। आज अनायास ही मन करता है इस माटी को नमन करने का। ये दृश्य बाकी सब कुछ बता देते हैं। कहते हैं छवि अनायास ही बहुत कुछ कह जाती है।
And as these athletes enter the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, just remember that one of them is going to be selected for the David Dixon Award. David Dixon was the honor, the memory of David Dixon, who served for 17 years the Commonwealth Games Federation as the honorary secretary, and at the last Commonwealth Games, that was in 2006, India's Samresh Jung was awarded the David Dixon Award, the athlete of the Commonwealth Games. So really wonder who is going to get this award today, this night, this prestigious David Dixon Award.
पूरी तरह से संगीत में है वातावरण, हर्षोल्लास का वातावरण। दिवाली आने में अभी थोड़ा वक्त बाकी, लेकिन आज लगता है मारो भारत यहाँ जवाहरलाल नेहरू स्टेडियम में दिवाली मना रहा है।
There's a lot of expectancy here as the athletes come in, and in fact for all the athletes they've really kept in the chairs which are just at the field of play area instead of giving them place on the stands. They've really identified chairs on the field of play area, so they're really close to the heart of the action as the evening will unfold for the music, the cultural extravaganza and the laser show.
Uganda.
Just to mention some of the nations who come onto the medals tally, who just got a bronze medal: St. Lucia, Guyana, Bangladesh, our neighbor, they picked up a bronze medal. Tonga got 2 bronze, Mauritius 2 bronze, Isle of Man 2 bronze, Seychelles 1 silver, Namibia picked up 1 silver and 2 bronze. So really across the entire Commonwealth spectrum, nations have picked up medals. India's other neighbor Pakistan picked up 2 golds, a silver and 2 bronze. Sri Lanka, where the head of state is here, a gold, a silver and a bronze. Nauru, gold and a silver. So even the small island nations have been successful. There you see the Pakistan flag. They just mentioned Pakistan with 2 golds, a silver and 2 bronze, and they got a fantastic welcome. That shows the love and affection between the 2 neighboring countries. But people are really able, and there you see the Prime Minister of India and the head of state for Sri Lanka, President Rajapaksa, to really congratulate their athletes and the athletes of the Commonwealth. You just see on the flag of Sri Lanka, and here you see the athletes from Pakistan. They got a fantastic welcome when they came in at the opening ceremony. In fact, the Prime Minister of India, Dr. Manmohan Singh, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, were standing right through to welcome the sportspersons from our neighboring countries, really showcasing the warmth, the depth of love and affection to ensure that India and its neighboring countries, besides the other countries in the Commonwealth, really have a fantastic fraternity to build upon.
वैसे भी जोसलिन, पाकिस्तान से आशाएं थी कि कम से कम भारत और पाकिस्तान के बीच हॉकी में फाइनल का मुकाबला हो, लेकिन पाकिस्तान भारत से परास्त हो गया। दूसरी तरफ आज भारत हॉकी में 8-0 से फाइनल में हार गया। लेकिन पहला मौका है, जहां तक कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स का सवाल कि भारत ने रजत पदक प्राप्त किया।